Uh, it's been a lot of ups and downs this season for 12 games, and we've had some really good things, occur in our 12-game season. We've had some disappointments, and this is certainly one of the huge disappointments. And I got a locker room full of guys right now and coaches that that are hurting, and a lot of fans I know that are hurting as well. And so this is a tough day. It's a tough day. And we want to keep the game close in the fourth quarter and have a chance to make a play here and there and have a chance to win the game. And we got to the fourth quarter and felt like we were somewhere in that ballpark. And the fourth quarter got away from us and kind of self-destructed. Through obviously the interception for a touchdown backed up. We missed some open passes, and in the fourth quarter we've been playing the run pretty well all day and let a couple of runs get out of there, and the game got away. And, it's my job as a head coach at Auburn to make sure that this program continues continues on the right path, and that will happen here. That will happen here. And we will continue to grow as a football team, no question about it. And we'll continue to move forward, and we're going to figure out what's next for us as a team. But more importantly, we're going to make sure that as a program right now, we're moving in the right direction. Which again, I'm very sure that that's going to happen, and that's the direction we're going. So, very disappointing. And again, we had our moments, and we did make most of the classic things you do in a football game against a great football team that allow you not to win. But they played hard, and they kept fighting in there till the end, and that's what we expected them to do. So our goal from here is to make sure that we grow and continue on a path that we know the Auburn football program is going to stay on.
Gene, when you mentioned having a plan in place, if you should have some coaches leave, as far as your evaluation process, when will that begin, and when will you probably assess where you are and if you need to make any changes?
I'm not going to get into all that. I've got a locker room full of coaches and players that are very disappointed, and that's my focus right now. So I'm not going to get into all that.
Gene, offensively, you guys just more down the stretch of the season, and particularly today, just the struggles seem to get a little tougher almost every game. But when you look back at it, is there anything in particular that made it so hard?
Well, I think that a lot of the teams that we struggled against, obviously, were extremely good defensively. I don't think there's any question about that. We did the classic things that that make you struggle on defense. When you can't run the ball effectively, consistently. I don't feel like we protected the quarterback as well as we needed to. And then when we did protect the quarterback, I don't feel like we were very consistent in throwing the ball and completing balls and not dropping balls. It just seems like we never really got in any sort of rhythm, as an offense. And traditionally we've played really good offense here, and but we struggled. There's no question about it. So I think it was all of the above.
Gene, you guys had 44 yards, I believe, of offense going in the fourth quarter, one or two first downs, I believe. But the special teams and defense kept you guys within 2 scores. Can you talk about the other two facets of the game?
Well, I sound like a broken record, but our special teams have been good all year, and so we expect them to keep us in some games. Our margin for error is very slim, so if the field position battle is not one that we're winning consistently right now, we're going to struggle. Obviously, Ontario's return kept us close in the game, and I think defensively, for a lot of the night, they hit us on a trick play earlier with a double pass, and they got us with a wheel out of the backfield early. We were stopping the run about like we had hoped to for 3 quarters, felt like. And, you know, but again, I think our defense at times, you know, gave us a chance to stay in the ball game. I think that our pass defense was not very good. You know, I felt like, I'm not sure what he was, but 18 out of 20-something. So it was, we struggled, pass defense-wise. But, you know, again, we got a big play on a sack and got a score out of it, which was big, and then, you know, our score out of our special teams. But that was really about, as far as any bright spots of the game right now, that'd be it.
When you guys, when Ontario took that one back and it was 24 or 27-14 again, was there like any sort of thing on the sideline where you guys said, "Oh, here we go again"? We got some momentum, just like last year. It was kind of the same
Well,
game.
you know, our crowd is awesome, and you know, of course, they got into it, and that was big, and it was, you know, it was not so much of that. Here we go again. It was, you know, just keep playing, just keep playing, just, you know, keep continuing to do the things that we know that we have to do to win the game. So it wasn't, you know, here we go again. You know, it was just, let's keep fighting, let's keep playing, and let's get this thing in the fourth quarter to be close enough where we can win it. And, you know, like I said, at some points I felt like we were somewhere in the ballpark.
Gene, do you have any feel for, compared to going into this season, for where you are going forward as far as how close you are to getting back to the level of being contending for championship?
You know, I think that becomes more evident, you know, when you take the time to really reevaluate over a long period of time everything that you're doing, which will be done at Auburn. And, you know, we'll know more then. But, you know, like I said, we're going to keep growing. You know, we're going to keep growing. Got a lot of experience this year for a lot of guys that will be invaluable moving forward. And we're just going to continue to grow.
In your mind, where is Kyle as a quarterback based on what you had hoped he would be this season going into next season?
Well, Kyle's done some nice things. You know, Kyle has a ways to go in terms of, you know, being ready to run this offense, but it certainly doesn't mean that he won't get ready, you know, anytime soon. We'll continue to work in that direction. And you know, he's got a chance to be a really good quarterback here. He did some nice things. He gives you a little bit of a threat both ways, running it and throwing it. And so, you know, we took him slow because we felt like that's what he could do. And, you know, he did some nice things for us this year.
Will you look at the quarterback situation going into the bowl game? Would it be possible?
Yeah, we'll look at everything. We'll look at everything, every position.
Gene, on the play, 4th down and about a yard, you went. On 3rd down, it looked like the run actually got the 1st down by about a yard. And did you think about challenging the spot?
We talked about it, and we'd already been down a timeout. I didn't want to risk that in case again we kept it close enough in the 4th quarter where we're going to have to use our timeouts. So that's what we did.
Take a few more.
You've seen Alabama and LSU. Do you think they're the two best teams in the country?
I haven't seen everybody else, but I'd be hard-pressed to think that there's two teams out there better or a team out there better than those two. But I haven't seen everybody else, so I can't really answer that.
Coach, specifically, what is it about the Alabama defense that gave you the most trouble tonight that through all the quarters as the game progressed along?
Well, I just think that they were, you know, they were tough to block up front, you know, whether it was run blocking or pass blocking. They're just a really good defense. You don't become the #1 defense in the country in about every category by accident. So, you know, they are what they are. They're extremely talented and just a very good defense.